You have the power to completely transform and impact a man's life. This is for the women out there, all my female friends who are looking for the right man in their lives. Many of you are searching for the right partner. You want to create magnetic attraction. You want to create this resonance with a man. And you are wondering very often how to do that. Why is it that it doesn't click? What to do when a man is not showing up and so on. So we're gonna put you and this situation within a certain context, right? Imagine that instead of just being a woman, you are a goddess, right? Very often within this community, you are going to present yourself and you say, I am a goddess, right? I'm an embodied divine being. And I often say that to my female friends in sessions over here. This is what we're activating. We're activating a divine archetype, right? So what does that mean? Imagine that the simplest divine feminine archetype would be Shakti, right? You have Shakti energy. So when you're embodying Shakti, you're embodying a certain archetype. This is not something out there that you have to reach out, that you're longing to reach. No, it's something that is embodied through you, flowing through your system. You are a goddess. You are the goddess Shakti. Now, how does this impact your relationship to man? Does that mean that suddenly that's it, you are completely self-sufficient and you are abstracting yourself from the world? Probably not. Shakti will be engaged. At least that's one of the possible archetypes. Shakti can also be meditating on top of a mountain and isolated from the rest of the world, or it can be engaged. She can be engaged. Now imagine how would Shakti show up in interactions with men, right? Imagine that me as a man, suddenly I'm exposed to the energy of Shakti. That suddenly she appears in front of me in a form that looks human, like a woman, or, in an energy. How does that energy impact my field? What does it do to me? And what I can tell you is that this energy is going to expand my field. It's going to open me up. It's going to have compassion for me, infinite love, unconditional love. It's going to have all these qualities that are going to impact my field in the most incredible, beautiful, magical way. And so the question that I want to ask you is this. Imagine that you have a window. You have 5 minutes with a man that you're not necessarily attracted to, right? This is just a random man, you're having a conversation. How would Shakti, you as an embodied goddess energy, show up for this man? What are the things that you would say? What is the energy that would be radiating out of you? How would you impact this man's life? And you don't have to push yourself in there. It's not like some form of distant target that you want to reach. I'm just asking this question as an inquiry with curiosity. What would Shakti say to this man? What would a goddess, incarnated goddess energy, incarnated in you, say to a man? And I invite you to really check this out, because if you embody Shakti energy, you're a goddess, you embody this energy, and you are impacting in a man's field, the man, any man, is going to be drawn to you. It's going to be like, oh my God, this is one of the most incredible experiences that I ever had in my life. If you're channeling this full energy, he's going to have his life change forever. So if you are able to give him a little dose of that, what could it look like? Some of it might be extreme appreciation. It's like, you're a beautiful man. I see how you're showing up for me. I see the shyness and the vulnerability in your eyes, for instance. I see the power that you're not expressing yet. I see your potential. I support you. I validate you. I accelerate you. I expand you. All these qualities. These are some of the mature qualities that the goddess is going to bring into a man's life. It means that you, as a goddess energy, you are going to be an incredible, powerful source of inspiration for my life. And you might be, well, I'm going to give you that if you give me back. It's like, no, the man has to initiate, you have to start, these are all games. Let's put all these games aside. Imagine that you're a goddess energy and you have infinite amount of love for the planet and mankind, infinite sources of energy. You're ready to show up. There is no manipulation behind there. It's just like wide open heart, giving, offering to the world, right? So if I am a man and I am exposed to that energy, this is going to change, transform my life forever. Sometimes I was in a social situation and a woman gave me a glimpse of that. And I still remember this moment. I still remember the kindness or the softness or the exact words that she said at that moment that impacted me so deeply that 20 or 30 years later, it's still in my field, it's still there. It's like a code of light that was offered to me. So you have, as a woman, the power to channel something that is incredible. And without agenda, this is not like, I'm looking for Mr. Right, I'm going to give you all that so that I can manipulate you in becoming my, no, these are the games. This is a whole new story. There is some of that, of course, behind that. We're not saying that we are all pure. There is some shadows there, some attachment, some desire, all of that is part of the dating game. But now imagine that you can put yourself in this position of the goddess energy, and then you start channeling this from a pure place. You look into a man's eyes and you go like, I see you. I deeply see you. I hear you. I appreciate you. I love you. I want to be an agent of evolution in your life. I want to accelerate your existence. I want to expand you. I want to tell you that you are infinitely powerful, that you have so much going on for you, that I'm thrilled to be here in your presence and be able to speak to you right now, right? So this appreciation, this flow of energy, this unlimited love and beauty that you can radiate into a man's life, what I can tell you is that this is nectar. And this is where the magnetic attraction, part of this magnetic attraction that you can create with a man can start. Because suddenly there is a man over here who looks at you and says, you're not playing games, you're different than the other women. You are just pouring your love into me. And guess what is going to happen in his field? He's going to want to come back to you for this. He's going to search for you. He's going to be like, I love drinking. I love receiving the Shakti energy. I want more of this in my life. Right? It's a beautiful gift that we can give to each other. And of course, it's the same the other way around. But here is for you, women who are searching for a man, who want to establish connection, who want to establish deep bonding experience. And if you feel like the man is not fully there, that he doesn't have the skills on how to create this chemistry, how to establish this deep, profound connection with you, I can tell you is that the relationship or the connection or the alchemy that you are going to create together in just a 5-minute encounter, for instance, that might not even have potential for a long-term thing. He might not become a lover, but here is a window for you to establish a connection with the masculine, right? So you are going to be co-creating this experience. And if you engage with clarity, deep clarity about what you want, this moment, this precious moment, this unique moment. You want this moment to be a divine transmission. You want this moment to be an activation of a window, a portal that might potentially change both of your lives forever. That's it. I just want to inspire you, to tell you that there is a potential there with every single interaction to create a moment of magic. And this man that is going to receive the gifts of your Shakti transmission is going to be blown away by your presence, by your kindness, by your force, maybe even by your challenge. Sometimes the goddess can show in the form of Kali, and she's going to be way more challenging and edgy and playing, it's like other qualities as well. But if we talk about just the pure Shakti energy, the pure life force, the pure feminine power, this beautiful resonance that you activated, you spend years working on yourself, and now you embody this goddess energy. I ask you, honestly, what do you think this Shakti energy wants to give to this man? Is it going to be judgment or fear or, doubts or frustration or triggers? No, of course not. Of course not. Those are shadows of the feminine energy. And those are beautiful as well. We're not condemning any of that. We're not criticizing. We're not judging. We're saying right here in this channel of incredible Shakti transmission, magic can happen. It's in your hands. It's just a decision. It's just a little shift in frequency. You tune into that frequency and you ask yourself, what would Shakti say? And sometimes I might be in the presence of a woman and I tell her, I say, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and speak to me from your higher self, from the transmission of the divine energy, because I know that you have a gift for me. And the moment we activate that energy, then magic unfolds. Of course, because this frequency is there all the time. So the traditional frequency of dating, everything that we hear from social media and pop culture and all that, that's, four-dimensional dating. But then when we move into the mystical dimension of create deep, deep, profound levels, layers, or experiences of intimacy with another human being, it's incredible. We have this potential all the time. It's just tuning into that channel, into, okay, right now I am an embodied goddess energy. And I believe that every single woman on this planet can channel that energy. You can choose right now to show up from that frequency in life. And, you might need other frequencies of other goddesses or other divine energies. That's perfectly okay. Okay, we're not saying this is just a linear thing. This is what women are. This is what a mature woman should say or connect with. No, of course not. These are just some chords. It's a certain frequency. But once you start playing from that angle, from that edge, from that place, from that portal of energy, and you start mastering that frequency, you will see that men are going to respond and open their hearts. It's unstoppable, it's unbreakable, it's impossible not to say yes to that frequency when it comes in our fields. Why? Because we are longing 24/7 to connect with the feminine. Our mothers, our sisters, our lovers, our friends, female friends, all of these energies have been channeling a certain frequency of the feminine. And sometimes we have in our field, women who are going to be toxic or difficult to be around. And so we end up being like, where is the feminine? Where is this feminine love that I can receive? I know that it's there, right? So me as a man, as a mystic, I connect, to goddess and divine energies. But many, many men, most men actually, might not have the capacity to just tune in and feel that energy in themselves. So what is happening is like you show up in their lives as a mirror of that energy, as a transmission of divine, beautiful, feminine, sacred goddess force and energy. So if this is something that resonates with you, here's what I encourage you to do. It's like next time you have the opportunity to impact a man's life, you can really transform this man's experience and this man's existence forever. I tell you, you are an alchemist. You are somebody who can manipulate this man's field to get him to experience something that he never experienced before, that will change his life forever. It might open a window in his mind, in his consciousness, in his heart, in his field, in his energy, that suddenly he sees something that he hasn't seen before. And this is through the transmission of your love and appreciation. Again, there are many, many more qualities that you can bring into a man's life, but I can tell you that when a man receives that gift from you, a gift of safety, appreciation, inspiration, channeling this divine energy, he's going to look into your eyes and say, who are you? This is beautiful. I never heard that before. I have been on this planet for decades, and The way you're talking to me right now opens my heart so much, and it gives me a sense of appreciation and a sense of presence and intimacy with you, and I want more of this in my life. So you might partner up, it might happen again or not, it doesn't matter. It's a dance, right? Right now you are not relating to just one person, you're relating to the masculine field. It might be the wounded masculine, the men who have been in pain for decades, right? It's a man maybe who hasn't received a hug in in 10 years. You know, you don't know what's over there, but what I can tell you is that this is going to be healing, it's going to be connected, it's going to open channels of energy. And the thing is that I really believe in you. When you walk around the streets of our beautiful city over here, I see you on the dance floor and we come and we connect and so on. And you express that, you know, you express that with your sisters in women's circles, and you say, you are a goddess, you know. I believe that. I believe that this is true. It's not just some fancy way of saying, oh, sister, and, you know, it's not just a social thing that we do, calling each other those names. I really believe that you are a transmission of divine secret energy. So what would the goddess say? Show us. Tell us, inspire us. We are here. The masculine energy, the masculine field is ready to receive your gifts. We open up to your gifts. We open up to the divine that you have to offer us. And we bow deeply to your divine being. I will do another video very soon on reversing all that, right? Changing the genders, and then what men can offer to the feminine. But for now, just tune into that reality and see how it feels into your system. What would you say to a man? How would you relate to him if you are the embodiment of Shakti, pure Shakti goddess energy? I love you. If you have any questions on that, you know where to find me. Reach out. Always love hearing from you.